I am going to make the chicken thighs, mustard glazed chicken thighs from Practical Paleo. Ooh, since it's my very own book, actually I'm not even going to use the recipe. I'm going to see where the recipe is here for your reference. Sorry, I have not been telling you guys when I'm going to do this, but as I mentioned on my previous video, even though that was a totally different subject, I'm going to put this, I need two hands, you guys. This is terrible. All right, hold on. This is the recipe. I'm getting an F for Periscope. All right, here's the recipe. Mustard glazed chicken thighs from Practical Paleo. Basically, all you have to do for this recipe is combine some melted cooking fat, mustard, spices, and put them on some chicken thighs. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera to show you what I'm doing. I just got back from my workout. Paleo paparazzi. Hey guys, so this is just gonna take me a minute while the oven's heating up. I'm just gonna mix. So if you're just joining me, I'm making the mustard glazed chicken thighs from Practical Paleo. I'm using a whole bunch of shortcuts. So here's the stuff that I'm going to use today. I've got, take this from the trash. I've got some found pastured chicken thighs at my local Whole Foods, which was pretty rad. Here you can see it, if you can read it, it says chicken leg thigh pastured, which whenever I see those, I hoard them. I buy as many as I can see. So I'm going to take Tin Star ghee. This is like crazy, seems like product placement. This is just what I have in my house. Tin Star ghee. I'm going to take this Tessie Mae's honey mustard. And today, because we're trying to use up a bunch of stuff that's in our cabinets here before the move, I'm just going to shake it. I actually have this spice blend from US Wellness Meats, but it's really easy to make the spice blend in Practical Paleo. It's like just sage and salt, or you can use the rosemary and salt, and that's pretty much it. So all I'm going to do is take, I just threw a few tablespoons of the brown butter I used today. You could use that, or ghee. I'm not measuring. I probably threw like 3 tablespoons in there, but I have maybe like 7 chicken thighs. So I'm going to take a bunch of this. I'm probably going to use about the same amount of the mustard. So probably, if you guys can see, about equal parts. And then I'm just going to sprinkle in the spice blend. A whole bunch of it here. I'll look at you guys in a sec to answer questions. And I'm just going to mix it up. So I'm only going to brush this on the top of the chicken thighs because I don't really think, I think it'll just drip off. So you have this like kind of, well, it depends on how soft or warm the fat that you're using is. If you use coconut oil and it's liquid, this would be much more liquidy. But you can see it's kind of like a paste consistency, which is great for brushing on the chicken thighs. So I just have a small little silicone brush thing. We have a couple of these, but this is the only one I'm finding right now. I'll come in and answer questions in a second. I just want to get this done so I can put it in the oven soon because I'm starving because we just worked out. So all I'm going to do here is make some space on my counter. So I've got these chicken thighs. Actually, I'll use the camera this way. These are top down. So what I'm going to do is just sprinkle them pretty liberally with the spice blend first on the bottom side, just so they do get some seasoning on the bottom. And that's it. And then the spices are already in the mixture for the top. So I'm going to use tongs, and I'm not going to touch the chicken thighs here. But I'm just going to flip each one over. And then while I'm brushing that, maybe I can get to some questions. There's my stove, so it'll be perfect timing to pop that in the oven. I'm actually going to bake these at 425 today. I think in the recipe, do I bake them? Yeah, I did 425. It cooks them a little faster, and it makes sure that the skin gets nice and crispy so that you can bite through it, and it doesn't, like, you know, sometimes you're eating chicken with a crispy skin, but then it's not quite crispy enough to bite through, and you kind of like take the whole piece of skin off. I think cooking a little bit hotter, you tend to avoid that. So anyway, so now I'm just going to brush the tops of these. I think what I'll do is do this with one hand and turn the camera around so you can see me brush this. All right, let's see if I can do this and show you guys how I'm brushing these with honey mustard. It's pretty simple. I mean, it does not get any easier than that. Spices, mustard, some fat. Heart party, yeah. Throw the hearts up. Have you made this recipe? Tell me if you made this recipe before. And that's pretty much it. I'm not really being super careful. You'll notice that it gets a little thick. Like as I'm brushing sometimes, the mixture will kind of harden, and that's because the fat, as it gets cold or warm, it'll either get harder or softer. And I am dipping this brush right into my little bowl here, and I'm not going to save whatever's left because now the brush has touched raw chicken. So I try not to make more than I really need because that would be pretty wasteful. I'm probably going to go back to a couple of these and add some more just because I have a little extra here. Yay, so many people have made it. It is really easy, and it's one that I made by accident one day. I really just, I think I was seasoning my chicken and didn't realize I had just my sage salt that was in the cabinet instead of regular salt and pepper. Okay, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys can see how good those look, and I'm gonna throw them in the oven. So the oven's at 425. That's pretty much it, and I'm gonna probably set the timer for like 30-35 minutes. Let's see, I'll check them in 30 minutes. Oh, timer, hello, like I don't know how to use my timer. If you're just tuning in, this recipe is from Practical Paleo, and it's the mustard glazed chicken thighs. This is the book, and it's super easy. So what questions do you guys have either about the recipe, or somebody was saying to let you know about Paleo. Lately I've been cooking the chicken over a cookie sheet. I think it just allows more of the fat to drip off and everything kind of gets a little bit crispier. We've definitely been cooking chicken wings that way, but you don't have to. So let me tell you guys. First of all, if you like this recipe, I'm guessing that a lot of you already have Practical Paleo, which is cool. I do mainly eat Paleo, and I do CrossFit. I just came from CrossFit workout, so I'm still a little pink. We did deadlifts today. We have, we're working on a brand new version of my website, and if you like recipes like this one where they're really easy, not a long ingredient list, either like a short ingredient list or just really fast cooking recipes, we're actually putting together, this is kind of a sneak peek little hint, we're putting together this ebook that you'll be able to get from my website, and it will be totally free. So if you're not on my emailing list, hop on, go to balancedbites.com or dianesanfilippo.com, check that out. Oh, thank you. If you're new, this is the best book for you. Oh, thank you. So there, yeah, it's gel. Everybody always asks about my nail polish. You guys are hilarious. So I won't be able to show you the chicken until later because now it's real time. Obviously it's gonna bake for about 30 minutes. But yeah, I just figured I would show you how quick that was. What did that take me? Like 5 minutes, if that was anything. And you know, I definitely keep a bunch of the spice blends that we have in the book, the Chipotle spice blend. That's in Practical Paleo. I keep that on my counter. I have some other spice blends that I've made over time. I expect to see it in 30 minutes. If it's done in 30, there's 27:44 left on the clock. I have a blend that I made for home fries, which is actually, Primal Palette has a blend called Meat and Potatoes, and I think it's pretty similar, and their blends are awesome. I don't have them here. They're in San Francisco because they sent them to me there, and we'll be moving soon, but you want to meet Paleo Kitty?
Mason wants to know where the chicken's at. Where's the chicken at?
Paleo Kitty wants to eat dinner. He's bracing himself. That's awesome. Oh, Kitty. Our workout today was 5x5 deadlifts, and then we did, there was a Metcon, they're saying hi. Oh, Kristen from Living Love and Paleo says hi.
Hey.
Our future ninja warrior. Deadlifts, and then we did, what was in the hang cleans? Hang cleans and box jumps, and then there were sprints, but I actually didn't do the workout. I was going, why am I itchy? I was going to Periscope, something about modifying workouts, and then the moment passed and I ended up talking about chicken thighs because I needed to cook chicken thighs. If you're just tuning in and you're like, what is she making? What did she do? I did it really quickly in the beginning of the broadcast. It's such a fast recipe, but I used this brown butter, honey mustard, And I used a spice blend, but the spice blend in Practical Paleo is actually even easier than this. But I used a spice blend from US Wellness. I missed some of the other questions. Who's drilling paleo paparazzi? I love that I know like 50% of you. What's the difference between brown butter and ghee? The brown butter, when they make it, they cook the milk solids a little bit longer, so it actually gets more of like a caramelized taste. And I just really like it. I would have used either, but I felt like using it. And you can find out all about the process of making ghee and the difference. I have a podcast interview I did, probably about 20 to 30 minutes of an interview with Hema, who's the founder of Tin Star. They were a sponsor of the podcast for a little while. And so we did an interview, and it's awesome if you want to learn all about ghee. So it's just the Balanced Bites podcast. You can find that. I think it was probably about between 5 and 10 episodes ago. It's really good. And here's what happened when I tried to make my own. This is not hers. I like really burned it. It's still fine. We still use it. But yeah, I ran out and I had to make some. What sides will we have? What are we going to have? Scott? He went away. I think we're probably going to have salad. I don't know. I have to see what's in the fridge. Let me take you with me. You can see my messy kitchen behind me. Oh, we have Brussels sprouts. I could probably make those. If I get off of this Periscope with you guys, I can saute some Brussels sprouts. It takes too long to cook while I'm doing this. Like I've tried to do it a couple of times, and what's happening here? The breakfast that would have taken me like 5 minutes to make takes me, 20 because I'm trying to talk and cook, and it just takes forever. But I might make some Brussels and have some organic Brussels sprouts here. And that's pretty much it. So I love Brussels sprouts. If you wanted to see what the recipe was that I was talking about, I don't know if it's on my website. It's in Practical Paleo, which is actually in all Costco stores right now. And if you like quick and easy recipes that are either really short ingredient lists or just cook really quickly, as I mentioned before, don't forget to hop onto my website, sign up for my emailing list, because in probably another 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to be sending out a free ebook that is all quick and easy recipes. So I think you guys will love that, and that'll be totally free. So that's pretty much it. Let's see what else, where you can get sesames. I don't know, they used to have some of them in my Whole Foods. They don't have the mustard in my Whole Foods. You can get it online, I think. I know Brussels sprouts with goat cheese would be really good. We do not have any goat cheese. I'll probably cook these in the brown butter because I just like it. Scott A. Mills, double scoping? What does that mean? Is he scoping right now from another room? Scott, come upstairs. What are you doing? When we move, we will not be able to do that because our new place is half the size of our current place. That's hilarious. What is he doing? It's like he's trying to compete with my time slot here. It's like, come on camera. What is he doing? We're both pretty serious, but as soon as the camera goes on, like I can't be serious. It's just not my. What are you doing? Are you scoping a separate scope? Are you competing with my time slot?
No, I was asking for goat cheese on our Brussels sprouts.
Oh, did you comment?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
That's why they were laughing, because I was
They're
like,
laughing.
Brussels with
Say
goat
hi.
cheese?
Hi. You want to make some dinner? They like watching us. They think we're funny.
Which pan are we using?
I think we're going to hang up the scope because maybe we'll just... I feel like if you're a stranger and you're tuning in, you're like, what are they doing? I don't want to watch these random people. Yes? No? Do we have some strangers? Does everybody, all these 50 people on the Periscope actually already know us? Which I actually think most of you do. Yeah, we just got the workout wedding. We're not technically married, but we've been wearing rings for a long time because we just wanted to. Yeah, we just got these.
Show your commitment with Kalo.
That was Scott's announcer voice. It's so weird. I'm a stranger. Almost met you in Rochester. Oh, sorry. Yeah, yes, you did hear the cat, because as soon as we start to cook dinner or anything, he's a little jerk, and he shows up hungry. He's always hungry. I guess I'm going to cook Harper is in another room. She will not be in here. She does not come into the kitchen. She does not walk on hardwood floors, really. But we could introduce you. He's gonna have to pick her up. I don't know what he's thinking. You don't know me, but you think this is fun. Okay, good. I'm honestly like I don't think I'm funny. But I'm silly. Like, I'm a silly person, and I'm pretty serious, but I'm silly. I don't know. If any of you guys listen to the podcast, that's like Liz is always cracking jokes that I don't even understand, and I'm like, my silliness doesn't come across unless you can see the faces that I make. I think that's pretty much it. All right, it's gonna get loud if I gotta cook dinner, you guys. This is like a weird voyeuristic live show, weird thing, but I'll let it go since I already delivered the good stuff. You already saw me cooking. You got the. Oh my gosh, she brought the dog who's totally scared of being. Oh gosh, it's Harper.
Hey, Periscope.
You peep your dog.
I hate being picked up.
She does not like to be picked up. This does seem a little stalkerish, I know, and it's happening right now, live. What time is it? Here, it's 7:45 in New Jersey. We're moving soon. Somebody asked when we were moving. Gotta listen to the podcast, you do. So whoever else is on here is like, you guys are all telling each other about all the good stuff. The podcast and the books. The podcast is really fun, and I feel like a lot of people have tuned in recently and have not listened back. And there was a period of time where we were getting a ton of like repeat questions, and we kept saying, listen to the old episodes. But quite frankly, the old episodes are awesome. Like, we did answer a ton of questions, and we weren't as burnt out on a lot of the questions that we get asked now, which is fine. It's not that they're not great questions. It's just we've answered them so many times, and I think that happens. Oh, somebody was asking about a seminar. Ask that question again because I missed it. Because I have to look down when I'm cutting. This knife is no joke. Next cookbook idea, yeah, funny. Not paleo pet recipes. It's basically like raw meat or sometimes salmon. Liver and no cooking for my cat. He doesn't eat cooked food unless it's like he'll stock the bones from the chicken thighs. This knife is global. And then this is something else that I covered in Practical Paleo. To hold a knife, you don't hold the knife like this. Like, that's not how we hold the knife. You pinch the knife here and then wrap your hand around. I joke and call it a hook grip. So that is how you cut. I'm cutting a whole bunch of Brussels sprouts. I don't quite know how many, but I'm just going to keep cutting until the pile looks like it's big enough to really fill this pan. You guys had another question about seminar, and I wanted to answer that one because we actually have an online seminar, hook grip, yeah, Olympic lifting. Yeah, so if you're like, what is she talking about with the knife? I have that all, I'm pointing at you guys with this knife. I have that all in Practical Paleo. Love my daily salads, thank you. I love my daily salads too. And somebody asked if we, eat paleo all the time. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like normal life. We do eat some white rice. Scott eats a good amount of white rice. But my Anna Dexter, your friend Holly Morello, is that Holly? I'm going to use that brown butter again. I'm going to grab a different spoon. Oh, my drawer's stuck. I'm going to grab a different spoon. My Insta personal post about connecting with people in person. Hashtag Team White Rice. Yeah. I just threw like probably a tablespoon of this brown butter into the pan. Yeah, it was, that actually was a clip. That little Insta post was a clip from my Periscope earlier today. So for people who are interested in becoming a 21-day sugar detox coach, or even if you're not interested in becoming a coach, but you just want some business advice, by the end of that broadcast, I ended up giving a bunch of like random business advice. And so you can actually view it on catch.me, KATCH.me. I learned about that from Shalene Johnson, who's really awesome to follow if you do a lot of entrepreneurial stuff. I learned about that from her, and you can fast forward through a scope, which is cool because you can hear the Brussels sprouts sitting pan. You can't fast forward through this. Thank you. Who did that? Paleo paparazzi. You can't fast forward through a scope on the replay on Periscope, which is kind of annoying. Like, I was watching someone, I don't know, answer questions or something one day, and I was like, okay, I don't feel like watching this. So that's a cool one. So I think I'm just going to finish what I'm doing here. This says I have 15 minutes left on the chicken thighs. And yeah, it does save your scopes over there, but you should definitely change the settings in your Periscope app to save your scopes. I mean, obviously it's going to start taking up a lot of space on your phone, but you should save your own content that you create anytime because, you know, you could put that onto YouTube or do something with it. Obviously it's the chicken, it's in the oven, so I'm not going to open the oven. You can see it in 15 minutes. If I don't do a video, I'll at least post an after picture to Instagram because when it's done, I'm pretty much just going to eat. I am not going to like spend 10 minutes talking about the chicken. Might wait a minute to let it cool, but yeah, baked chicken thighs. Oh, what's sizzling are the Brussels sprouts. Here, let's see. Just a little basket. There you go. So I'm just, I mean, I could turn it around, but it's kind of annoying to keep flipping the camera around. So I'm going to let those brown up in the brown butter. A little bit of salt and pepper. I'll probably put a little bit of garlic powder. I use this container, but I refill it with organic garlic powder, so I just like the container. And I like cute things like that. And that's about it. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. That was fun. And don't forget to hop over to balancebites.com, or you can go to dianesanfilippo.com and join the emailing list, because when I put out the free ebook with quick and easy recipes, you'll be able to grab that. Thanks for watching.